Makela Gray, also known as Makela. I'm an author and a writer, and I have a blog. We're up about 758,000 followers internationally. And what I talk about is love, relationships, life, health, sex, anything from A to Z I talk about. From my experiences, things I know, people I know. And what I try to do is from a holistic standpoint is to help people. And so I love Dwayne and Lisa because they are using their integrity to promote the intimate ingredient, which so many people lack, because after sex people don't really have a whole lot. It's just maybe it's not conversation, or there might be broken relationships, and that's what I'm here to talk a little bit about. I'm here to answer questions about some different things. I'm also an co-owner of a day spa called Basic that was in existence for 8 years. We made all of our products all natural by hand, and using the knowledge that I gained from there is something I actually use that helped me enhance my life, my love, my sexual relationship. One of the things I want to talk about tonight is setting the atmosphere and how we create the positive weapons of intimacy. Us being women and us having our partners, we oftentimes don't think about how special we are. Depending on the person that you're dealing with, you can look at yourself as being, well, I'm just like the next person. But there are different things that we can do for our mates and our partners that'll actually attract them and hook them and make them stay. So that people don't wander, people don't cheat. I don't know if anybody has ever been through that, but that's something real and that's something true and that's something that happens. All right. One of the things I want to start with is with Dwayne and Lisa we're talking about is about our bodies, our pheromones, the sweating, the odors, different things that people have and people go through that oftentimes are masked by perfumes, by powders, by scents that don't even complement their body chemistry. And one of the things that I learned years ago is I used to wear a scent called Knowing. And I didn't realize that when I was wearing a scent called Knowing, I would get this headache, and people who were around me were sneezing all the time, but they also ended up being very angry. And I really didn't understand what was going on. And what was happening was the patchouli in that particular scent was not working with my body chemistry, so everybody I went around, because we are all people who are, number one, creatures of habit, but our bodies respond to consistency, to scents, and to all of the different senses, that people were affected. So once I began to change the different scents that I wore, people began to respond to me differently. Whether it was in the boardroom, whether when I was in corporate America, when I was going to business meetings, people began to respond to me differently once I changed my scent to Happy, Clinic by Happy. Does anybody know that scent? Okay. Because of the chemical makeup in that particular perfume, it actually complemented my body chemistry. It also helped me, but also my mate, which is key. There are things that we wear a lot of times, and our mates are saying, okay, you smell good, but then at the end of the day, they might not be as attracted to you, or you might not feel that because it's even worn off, or it's just not complimenting you. Okay. Now, does anybody wear anything like with vanilla in it, patchouli, grapefruit, or anything like that? No? Okay. I want to talk about those three scents because those are your weapons. Now, if you're looking at different ways that you can enhance your love life, you can make your partner more attracted to you or become a tease. You should always tease. Okay? If you live with your partner in the morning, it's from the time you get in the shower to how you dress your body, adorn yourself with your lotions and your soaps, to the time that you leave. You want them to remember what you smell like. You want them to remember the motions. You want them to remember how you smell. So when you walk past them goodbye, whether there's a kiss or the hug, you want that to remain on their mind. Now, what are the different things that you can do? Definitely, whenever taking a shower, this is something that's very elementary, but it's something that works. Use a body gel. Not just a soap. You want to use something that has, like, it can be clear or opaque, but you want to use a gel, and you want to put it into all of the places on the body that sweat. Under your arms. For those of us who are a little bit thicker, who maybe have a little belly, up under your belly, in between your thighs, and in between your butt cheeks. Okay? The reason why you're doing that is because when you're putting that soap there, it's working. and it's breaking down the dirt, the dead skin, and the dry cells that are there that have been sitting there through showers. Because every time you get in the shower, you don't always wash off everything. I don't care how good you scrub, okay? And oftentimes the different soaps that we use leave soap scum, they leave film that can oftentimes cause allergic reactions that will stay there for days and weeks and months that you don't know are there, that end up turning into yeast infections, okay? So one thing you can do is use a body gel first and then a soap. So as your body gel is working, then you want to lather up with a soap, and you want to use soap all over. You want to rinse, and then you want to end up using a poofy. Everyone knows what a poofy is. And put your body gel of choice. I said always suggest layering your scents, and then you want to use it all over your body. That right there is going to, you have 2 scents working for you, but then also your pheromones are going to be sending out the senses to your partner, and that'll be something that'll stay with them. And that's something also that will help eliminate a lot of yeast infections and different infections and odors that oftentimes we as women have. Shaving is very important. Now, Lisa and Dwayne have a couple of different shavers that are really good because they won't leave the hair bumps. Oftentimes you have the hair bumps and you have 2 pieces of hair that are growing out of one follicle that can end up causing an infection. And oftentimes we don't really notice until there's a problem where there's a rip or there's a tear in the skin, and then we're off to the OBGYN or whatever will be happening. You can use one of those shavers. The other thing that you can use is put a hot towel in the area that you're going to shave before you shave it. Not hot enough to burn, but you want to put a hot towel there and put some soap there and massage it, and then you shave. And after you shave it, put a cold towel on it. That will eliminate hair bumps, any type of razor burns, or anything like that, but it'll give you a nice clean edge, which is what you want. Because if you're a person who is involved with cunnilingus with your partner, you don't want them to have problems with their face. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Okay, because of the razor burns that a lot of people can have, and they don't really understand why that happens. Just like kissing someone who has a beard and they just cut it, that doesn't feel good. So those are some things that you can do. You want to use a hot towel, then your soap, then shave, and then a cold towel. Every time that'll help to seal the pore. Okay? One of the other things that you can do for the atmosphere, for the house, is you always want to make sure you remove your clutter out of your bedroom. If that's the place, your choice of being intimate, if that's the place you want to go to, remove the clutter so you can have balance in your room. Does anybody know about Feng Shui? Okay. All right. In our day spa, we had used the elements of Feng Shui to put things together, to place things in a certain space, and we use color therapy. And what would happen was people would come in and they would automatically feel balance and relaxation. Our bedrooms and our homes should be the same way, especially your bedrooms if that's where you're going to be intimate. Okay, it's just not having junk in a corner and then you trying to be intimate. You're wondering why your sex life is short-lived, or your partner can't keep it up, or whatever have you, or you're thinking about grocery lists and children while you're trying to be intimate with your partner. You have to clear the area out. That is your sanctuary. That is the place that you come to be intimate with your partner. Now, from the time that you open up the door, one of the things that you can do is use oil around the doorposts. Now, what I like to do, I'm real serious about mine, and I understand the law of attraction and all that, so I make an effort in every area to make sure I do that. You can use a scent of your choice. You want to find out what is your partner's thing that makes them tick. What scent do they like? You know, oftentimes whatever cologne or perfume or whatever they wear, that is something they're attracted to. You want to find out, like Chrome, for instance. That's a cologne that a lot of gentlemen wear. It has high notes of black vanilla and vanilla bean in it. That's something that your partner is going to be attracted to if that's something that they wear. You want to take that scent, and before they come home, you want to rub it around the doorpost and the wood, because when they walk into the bedroom, that's what they're going to smell. And they will instantly become ready to make love. Okay? That's how you get what you need, and by asking what you want. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to be intimate, if you want to be touched, if you want to be romanced, you have to set it up for yourself instead of having to nag about it and complain about it. Okay? If there's something that you want, we as women, we're strong-willed. And in my opinion, I believe that we're the strongest and the strongest of the Homo sapiens. Let me just say that, because we are very cunning. and we know exactly what we need to do in order to prepare ourselves for whatever it is that we need to do. So if we're having problems in a certain